Rain poured heavily outside the grand mansion of Eldoria. A poor young woman named Clara stood trembling at the gate, holding only a small basket of bread. Her clothes were old and soaked from the storm. Inside the mansion, rich nobles laughed while her stepsister Isabella pointed toward her cruelly. "She came here looking for money again," Isabella mocked loudly. The servants shut the giant doors in Clara's face. But before Clara walked away, she whispered through tears, "One day, I hope you understand why I still came here." Years earlier, Clara and Isabella became stepsisters after their parents married. At first, Clara admired Isabella deeply. She shared her toys, protected her from bullies, and loved her like a real sister. But after both parents passed away during a terrible illness, everything changed. The family fortune legally belonged to Isabella because of her father's inheritance. Suddenly, servants obeyed Isabella alone. Power slowly changed her heart. While Isabella lived in luxury, Clara was pushed into a tiny old cottage outside the city. She survived by sewing clothes late into the night and selling flowers in the market. Still, Clara never hated Isabella. Every birthday, she secretly sent handmade gifts. Every winter, she delivered warm bread to the mansion. But Isabella misunderstood everything. "She's pretending to be kind, so people pity her," Isabella told everyone. The villagers began believing Clara was weak, desperate, and dependent on Isabella's wealth. Yet every time Clara was insulted, she quietly smiled instead of fighting back. One servant once asked her, "Why do you keep loving someone who hurts you?" Clara looked toward the glowing mansion and softly replied, "Because losing our parents already destroyed enough in this family. I don't want hatred to destroy the rest." As years passed, Isabella became richer but colder. She threw luxurious parties every week while Clara worked day and night just to eat. One cruel evening, Isabella invited Clara to a royal celebration only to embarrass her publicly. Guests laughed at Clara's simple dress. Isabella smirked and said, "Some people are simply born to stay poor." Humiliated, Clara quietly left the palace while tears filled her eyes. But outside the palace gates, an old woman collapsed in the snow. Even after being mocked moments earlier, Clara immediately rushed to help her. She carried the woman home, fed her soup, and cared for her all night. What Clara didn't know was that the old woman was the retired mother of the kingdom's most powerful merchant. When the merchant discovered Clara's kindness, he offered her work designing clothing for royal traders. Slowly, Clara's life changed. Her honesty and talent made her famous across neighboring kingdoms. Meanwhile, Isabella became arrogant and careless. She trusted dishonest business partners who slowly stole her fortune. But Isabella hid her problems from everyone. One devastating winter night, Isabella lost everything. Her palace was taken. Her servants abandoned her. Even her so-called wealthy friends disappeared. For the first time in her life, Isabella walked through the freezing streets completely alone. Hungry and ashamed, she remembered every cruel thing she had done to Clara. With nowhere left to go, Isabella finally stood outside Clara's enormous mansion. The same Clara she once humiliated was now one of the richest women in Eldoria. Isabella stared at the glowing windows with tears streaming down her face. "She'll reject me the way I rejected her," she whispered painfully. Her trembling hand knocked once on the door. When the doors opened, Clara appeared. For a moment, silence filled the air. Isabella lowered her head in shame. "I destroyed our family," she cried. "I mocked you when you were suffering, and now I deserve this pain." But instead of anger, Clara hugged her tightly. Isabella froze in shock. "Why?" she whispered. "Why are you still kind to me after everything?" Clara gently wiped her tears away. Then she revealed the truth Isabella never knew. After their parents died, Clara had secretly refused part of the inheritance because she knew Isabella feared losing security after becoming orphaned. Clara willingly chose poverty, so her sister would never feel abandoned or afraid. Every loaf of bread she brought, every gift she made, every visit to the mansion was never about money. It was Clara's way of holding on to the only family she had left. Isabella completely broke down crying. For the first time, she understood the depth of Clara's love. From that night onward, the sisters rebuilt their lives together. But this time, there was no rich sister and poor sister anymore. Only two sisters who finally understood the true meaning of family. Kindness given during pain can heal even the coldest heart. Join Isabella and Clara as they bring beautiful stained glass designs to life with color. From butterflies and roses to koi fish, horses, lotus flowers, dragonflies, and floral mandalas, every page offers a relaxing and creative escape, perfect for stress relief, mindfulness, and hours of coloring fun. Stained Glass Coloring Book, available now on Amazon. Link in description. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and do leave a comment if you like